scenes like that make me want to see like Lee's backstory. Exactly what happened with that state senator, all right? Like, we know what happened, but do we know what happened? And of course, the intro to Kenny.
Well, you slept in a barn,
like,
lady. Lucky you don't have spiders.
Dude!
But I bet your daddy scared them all away, huh?
I'm not a dad.
I'm sorry, but that first introduction to Kenny, like, hey, little girl, you're lucky you don't have spiders in your hair. Like, he's a fun character early on.
That's my boy, Ken Jr.
I hate that he loses that sense of humor in a way. He still kind of keeps the sarcastic sense of humor, but like he gets real hardened later on because of all the events and everything that happens, which really sucks because I feel like he was such a cool person. Not that he wasn't cool like later, but like he's got so many like little quirks that kind of remind me of like my stepdad. Just like this redneck, like I'm gonna do things myself and I'm gonna say what I want to say, like that kind of thing. It's kind of fun. And of course, I'm gonna try to be friendly with Kenny because I like Kenny. But at this point, you don't know what's gonna happen in the next few hours, right? You think I'm on the farm, we're gonna maybe hitch a ride with somebody, we'll figure something out, right? The events that are coming up.
Duck and I will hop to it.
I can keep an eye on your little girl here on the porch. We can visit.
I just love the Koch like, let me get to know Clementine a little bit better. And Koch is just like the sweetest woman in the world. Like, she's just so friendly and optimistic, at least until Duck gets bit. You know, she has like this positive view on humanity that I really respect. Despite all the shit that's happening.
Do you need any help?
What do you mean?
I mean, in taking care of that little girl. You know what you're doing? You got kids of your own?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
At least you're honest. Shit. Better than
See,
I was when Duck showed up. You'll figure
again, I gotta try to be as honest as possible as we're talking to these people because, like, you don't know what's gonna happen. Or how long you're going to have to get to know, be around these people.
I thought he was kidnapping him. I was on the fucker in about 2 seconds and... Christ. Just lucky I was there. We saw a lot of bodies before we stumbled upon Herschel's.
A lot of bodies.
We're a tough family, Lee.
Now, think about this for just a second. What Kenny just said.
So what's your family's plan?
They were on the way, I assume, somewhere in Tennessee at the rest stop. Guy attacks Duck. Throughout the way, on the way down to Herschel's farm, which presumably is at least a few hours, they've seen a lot of dead bodies. They've seen a lot of shit. Mostly probably on the freeway. Maybe on some back roads, obviously. But, like, they've seen all of this. How long has this been going on? Again, getting back to, like, why was Lee being transported in the first place? What the hell were they thinking? Like, the timeline of this, it always bugs me when I think of the early timeline because it just, they want to have a combination of the world collapsed really fast and nobody expected it, while at the same time, we saw things happening slowly. And I don't think that there would be necessarily a breakdown like that fast. Or, I mean, you think back to, like, COVID a few years ago, right? And it took some time to kind of see the cases build up. And I think the same thing would be the zombie apocalypse. Take some time to see some things happening before somebody finally comes out and says, hey, everybody stay home. We need to figure out what's going on here.
We can go back to our jobs soon, Lee. Back to normal. It can't stay.
No, I would love to be able to, I wish to God they would have given me the opportunity to open up Takacha there because I absolutely would have. Like, I don't want to go back to normal because I was on my way to jail, so, like, maybe not.
How did you handle getting through the city?
Kenny just drove. We passed so many people that needed help, and we just passed people.
Yeah.
Over some.
They passed people that needed help.
It's fine.
There was people, crazy shit in the streets, and they still had Lee going to jail.
The things Doc went Don't you want to go back to the moment before you knew about all of this?
No, I don't, because I was in the back of a cop car.
Anybody in their right mind would.
See, I want to be honest. I want to be able to just be like, nah.
All of those things.
I was on my way to jail.
Things we did.
I don't want to go back to that.
Those gone. What's the point? Back in a bit.
Okay, Lee.
I mean, it could be argued that I was trying to be too honest. The sharing like that kind of stuff would be too much.
You having a nice time with
Because in that situation, like, do you really want to tell people that you were on your way to jail? They're going to look at you a lot different than that. But I mean, like, I told Herschel. Herschel got it. I didn't outright say, yeah, I was on my way to prison, but like, Herschel got it, okay? So why can't I tell Katja? Or Kenny, for that matter, you know?
You know how to drive it?
Sure don't. I can give you a hell of a critique of the U.S. Farm Bill, though.
I'm good.
I love that he's referencing his history teaching.
How you doing, Duck?
Good. I'm gonna drive the tractor.
Now, let's be real, okay? You see him, like, playing with the gear shift there. And turning the wheel and everything.
Hey, Lee.
How did he accidentally... If you've ever
Great. If you
started
can
a tractor,
adjust the length, that sure speed things up.
some of them are not exactly the easiest things in the world to start, okay? And that one's an older model. It looks like it's been sitting there for a while. Maybe they still use it.
No, he doesn't.
But first of all, that's a weird place to park your tractor.
Kid.
Why is it there?
Boy. Just shot him.
Second of all, I don't think that it's been run very recently. I could be wrong because it looks like there is a
Hesitate. He just turned, put the barrel of the
there's a
gun
thing on the back of
in
it.
the kid's eyes, and pulled the trigger. You don't see things like that. It's not like
It's not like in the movies.
They don't fall like you think.
Did you have to do it?
Do what?
Kill. Have you had to off one yet?
Oh,
Again, he's asking this on day 2.
I had to shoot one.
I could shoot one, maybe, if it were far away. I'm just
I had
glad
to
the
shoot
game was
one,
fair.
and I had to bash in a poor girl's brains, but you don't get to tell him both things.
Inviting people in is a bigger threat than whatever's out there. How about yours? How's
Now, we're going to pay attention. Okay, we see what he's been doing on that fence over there. I'm waiting to see, like, if he actually makes progress or if he's just, like, been sitting around the fence not doing anything this whole time.
That's probably all I need cut for now. Thanks.
Like, it might just be that it's a video game and they can't really show him doing things, but, like, I like to think that Sean's just kind of lazily sitting around pretending like he's fixing the fence up.
Anyway, when you see my dad around, he might want some help in the barn.
Go help Herschel in the barn. Okay, so there is a trailer hitched up to the back of the tractor, so maybe they've used it recently, but, like, really? You left the keys in? Maybe that's just a Herschel's too trusting.
I got a ride and then I was in a wreck. I walked until your boy.
Which is not entirely true.
Well, you're no worse.
You're no worse for wear.
His farm's a
No worse for wear other than the gash on your leg that I fixed up last night.
I'd still be doing this. I would have told you that you were full of crap. Never was a plan having a place like this. It was in the family, and I guess so was I. Family's important. It's all that matters. You
No.
do that?
was
I don't agree that it's all that matters.
Where's your family?
I would love to have that debate with Herschel.
Wife, girlfriend?
My parents are in Macon with my brother.
Well, I hope they're all right. But now you've got this little girl to take care of. Clementine, is it?
You just stumbled
Stumbled
upon her.
her?
Nah, man, I kidnapped her after getting that ride from the police officer.
I was looking for help.
Like, what does he expect? This is why I really don't like Herschel. You know, short of this little
Can I give you a piece?
little thing here about like the trust of strangers and stuff.
I don't know who you
I just
are.
don't like the character.
Let's say things don't get better back in the cities, or they get worse before they do. You're going to have to depend on
The honesty of strangers. There you go.
if you're going to make it.
Which I find crazy because I have been honest with him this whole time, and he's still giving me this speech.
Well, at least
Like,
you have the common sense to listen to a man.
It's the tutorial aspect of things, where Herschel's like, "Oh yeah, you gotta You got to worry about the kindness of strangers. Dude, I've been honest with you, or the honesty of strangers. I've been honest with you the whole time, dude. Like, I've been trying to be oversharing. Things that you really, quite frankly, aren't none of your business. And then, of course, the famous Sean and Duck decision. I go for Sean just about every time, unless I need to get footage of going, you know, or Duck. Sorry, I go for Duck every time. Unless I need to get footage of saving Sean, because Duck's a kid, man. He's got a zombie like pulling on him. And the idea of like, I should be able to save both. And I talked about this in another video where I discussed like what I would have done differently. I think you should have been able to save both. Or I think you should have at the minimum been able to save Sean. And I had people comment like, well, yeah, but in the comics we gotta have, this is the origin story for how Sean winds up in the barn. Really? No, that doesn't have to be a thing. We don't need to see that. We really don't. If you like to see the canon stuff, if you like to, I get it. But like, this is just so not needed. And I get why Herschel's mad. But dude, like, come on, man. You didn't take this shit seriously either.
Your son is alive. You don't get to be sorry. And you didn't even...
What was he supposed to do?
I thought I could help them both.
Like, I get it. I know why he's upset. He's mad. He's just... It's the parents' anger, you know. But like, it's just so frustrating. Like, dude, what do you want from me? The little boy was actively being grabbed. Your son, while at risk, I was going to try to help them both out, you know. What the hell are you being mad at me for?
You've got that ride to Macon if you want it.
And Kenny just sounds so disappointed. He's like so angry at Lee. Like, dude, I just helped you save your son. You got that right, I suppose. We'll take you to Macon. He almost just... He sounds like he's so disappointed that Lee would dare want to go along with him. But at least Lee gets to ride shotgun.
Well, this is as far as we're going.
And it's far enough.
And again, here we are in a town that has clearly been like trashed for days. This didn't just happen overnight, okay?
Hey there.
24 hours prior to this scene, Lee was in the back of a cop car. Like, that's how fast everything seems to have collapsed. From the time Lee sees his first zombie, shit's already hit the fan. And it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Thank God for Carly, am I right?
We can't take risks like this. And we can't just let people die either. When I say that door stays shut no matter what...
Now, my initial thought in this situation is to bring the temperature down, because Lily and
Where the hell is your humanity?
Larry, Lily and Larry are just way up here, right? They are just ready. And of course, Clementine, the worst possible time. I gotta go to the bathroom. I know we were just being attacked, but like, I gotta pee. But like, my goal here is to bring the temperature down. Talk things through. You know, we're all people here.
You have to control these people.
She's not wrong. They took a risk.
Yes, we did.
And we appreciate it. Now let's settle down.
Right. Like, we should be able to relax and settle down.
One of them is bitten.
He wasn't bitten.
Hell, he wasn't.
We have to
And again,
now.
Larry is sitting here saying one of them is bitten. We've seen this before.
Cleaning him up, there's no bite.
When?
He's fine.
Don't you
You've seen this in the last 24 hours?
We let someone with a bite stay.
Like, how long has this town been on the shit, like, been down? That's what the timeline just throws me so far off.
Dad, it's just a boy. It's...
Lily, I'll handle
But
this.
your heart, Dad.
See, Lily's trying to be calm here.
It's either him or your son. I say it's him.
And like, we just went from 0 to 100.
Nobody is doing anything.
Let's calm things down. It's him or your son. Like, I tried to play the middle ground. It's so hard to do. Because I don't want to go, I'm not going to side with Larry here. I'm not going to side with Larry and say, yeah, we got to throw him out. I'm going to be on Kenny's side because chill the fuck out, old man.
I'm upsetting him.
But
Upsetting is getting eaten alive.
there's got to be a more middle ground here.
What if this was your daughter?
Never would have happened. She's not some snot-nosed toddler, okay? She's United States Air Force.
And you think Air Force can't get overrun? If that were the case, this whole thing wouldn't be happening in the first place, dude.
Lee,
Yeah?
there's someone in there.
It's just locked. Keep
No,
behind the
no, see that thing?
probably.
That drives me nuts. It's just locked. You think you hear somebody in there. Dude, the dead are up and rising. You don't know if they've cleared this building yet. Maybe don't take that chance.
She won't. And if she does, the first thing he'll do is sink his teeth into his mom's face. Then, once she's dead...
Again, how do you know this, Larry?
Girl.
Then we deal with it then. But right now we're just
I want to know what Larry and them went through in the first couple of days of this, because there is a story there that we need to know.
And we're tossing him out now.
Honestly,
knock this guy.
I back Kenny up as far as having him knock Larry out because I'm not going to get hit myself. Like, I ain't that dumb. If you want to hit him, you do it. I'll back you up. I'm on your side, but I'm not going to hit him. And of course, Clementine, like the normal thing you do in horror movies and stuff like that, back away slowly. I still don't understand why she didn't just turn around and run. She backed up so slow until Lee came running up. But again, Carly, for the second time in the last 5 minutes, has saved our asses. If you're keeping score at home, that's why we saved Carly. We'll talk about that more when the time comes.
They're gonna get in. Shut up.
Is that the military?
I don't know.
Thank God for whatever it is.
See, there's still some kind of battles or something going on.
That was stupid. That was...
So society at this point hasn't even completely collapsed. It's just collapsed to the point where there's rioting and looting going on. Maybe not even rioting, just looting. Like, there are people actively breaking into
It's his heart.
pharmacies.
Nitroglycerin pills?
Yes, we're out. We've been trying to get into the pharmacy since we got here. Please try to get in there. Behind the counter. Where
See, Kat likes to pretend like she's a vet and she only knows animals. She knows people.
How do you know that's an office?
She's an asset to the group.
Educated guess.
It doesn't matter. We need nitroglycerin pills. Please get in there.
And again, if I'm Lee, I want to be able to tell people, yeah, this is my parents' drugstore. This is how I know where this stuff's at.
This drugstore isn't a permanent solution.
You're right. This ain't exactly Fort Knox.
What do you suggest?
Like, it just doesn't make sense to me to obfuscate as Lee, to not say, for instance, the guy out in the road, Lee's brother, when we see him later.
Not too far from here. Out towards
And Doug's like, well, how do you know that that's an employee? Because he's my brother. Like, why can't I just say that? I just want to be like, yeah, he's my brother. I know he worked here. He usually had the keys on him.
If you're gonna do that,
Why can't I just say that? That would have been fantastic.
you won't need it.
Cool.
Clementine's got the other one. Check in with her and get back here as soon as you can.
And you, what's your name?
It's Lily. My dad's Larry.
Keep a good eye on him. These boys will work on getting you your medicine.
That's
And see, now we're back to
Keep an
level-headedness.
eye on that front door.
Kenny looking out for the group, setting everything up. Lily's being personable.
Okay, Carl. You'll shift in with Doug when he needs it. For now, get some rest. You're a good shot, and I'd like to keep it that way.
For now, get some rest. And then she goes about like trying to put the radio back together with the batteries. And like, okay, so my first thought, once we're settled down here, obviously I would like to speed things up and get the keys and all that kind of stuff for the office. But my first thought is like, I want to make sure everybody's good.
I'm okay.
I want to check on everybody. I want to check on getting food for them and all that kind of stuff, because there's candy bars laying around.
Are you okay?
You know, that's the thing to do at this point. What else are you supposed to do? Glenn's going out to search for
Good.
some gas, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And
Good is
Doug's on watch,
despite the
and Lily's sitting with Larry.
Yep.
I'm just going to kind of chill out, right? Feed everybody.
Nothing. Is he okay?
I don't like any word from Glenn. He literally just walked out the door. Has he said anything yet? If he had, might not be a good thing.
It's not much, but here you go.
Thank you.
Of course.
We got to feed Clementine, right? We got to take care of Clementine.
It's not damaged. Glad this place didn't get looted.
Okay, it didn't get looted, but it did get broken into. And it's only a matter of time, right? And that always bugs me. You know, places like this, when crazy shit happens and the first thing people go to is looting. You know, they want to break into places and steal things, steal money. And it's like, what are you doing?
Stress.
Like, you're going to get caught. Something, one of two things is going to happen. Otherwise, it's either it's the complete collapse of society,
Lily,
in which case that money you stole isn't worth anything,
I was just doing what I had to.
or society's going to pick itself back up, in which case you're going to jail at some point.
Do anything. And that violence before with my dad.
Your dad started it, Lily.
What's wrong with him?
He's got a heart condition. He takes nitroglycerin tablets pretty regularly.
So try to be nice,
Acts that he couldn't get
as
away
nice
with
as
to go to the
possible,
hospital.
at least civil.
Yeah, that's not really an option right now.
I'm just trying to keep him relaxed.
The easy thing to do is to get angry and get pissed off,
He's got a temper.
especially with stuff like that.
He doesn't mean it.
But like,
Yeah?
you got to be a little bit more calm than that, more reasonable. You got to think these things through. You can't just,
I'm just
if you're going to run around being angry all the time and you're going to not listen to people, you know, if you're going to have somebody like Larry that's pissed off and it makes you pissed off and you want to, you got to one up him every time.
Where's her
That is a, you need to work on improving your EQ, your emotional quotient,
You guys aren't
and
together.
being, understanding how people think and understanding how people work and reading the room type of thing.
she's been surviving
The kind of person that gets angry and flies off the handle and just lets their emotions take over.
Oh,
That's not somebody you want in your group. That's somebody that needs some time to grow up a little bit, because realistically, you cannot let yourself be that angry. You have to be able to control your emotions. You have to be able to stay relaxed and calm in tough situations. And that takes practice, but it also takes learning.
just mechanical.
EQ is one of those things that you can learn, you can get better at, and you can raise your EQ. It's kind of the opposite of IQ. If you've never heard of EQ, it's basically the emotional version of IQ. It's understanding yourself, understanding other people,
This place was pretty wrecked. We pulled a couple of bodies out of
and
the
it would
house.
help in a situation like this, to where you're not like freaking out and flying off the handle, getting pissed off all the time, so you can handle yourself in better situations and handle these kind of situations. Hopefully we'll never be in a situation where the zombie apocalypse is happening, but
Sorry.
you never know when you're going to be in an emergency,
Office.
and
Dad
you're going to
pulled them
need to
out
be
of
able to
here
keep your
so they
cool.
weren't really dead.
And of course, Lee just found out that his parents were dead in the back office.
The dead are up walking around.
And it's like, why
eating
can't we
people,
tell them
turning
that?
into more
Like,
like
I
them.
will not ever understand that. I get that Lee wants to be a little bit secretive. He doesn't want everybody to know he was on his way to jail, but like, just be honest with people. Like, they're going to understand. Shit hit the fan, bad things happen.
We can't let anything happen to Ducky.
I know, hun.
And of course, you got to feed Duck. My goal is to feed everybody. I don't think there's enough candy bars to feed everybody.
Oh, thanks, Lee.
But feeding Duck and Clementine is always first and foremost. Larry, as much as he was pissed off,
Maybe punching him wasn't such a
he needs something, right?
There were worse plans.
So I try to prioritize that kind of the elderly and the young. And Larry's the elderly.
Thank you, Lee.
How's Duck doing?
He's okay. It was just a shock.
We're lucky as hell nobody got nabbed on the way in.
I will say, I do like that was kind of foreshadowing what just happened with Duck as far as coming into the place. And the fact that he wasn't bit,
She's a tough one, right?
foreshadowing what's going to happen in a couple of episodes. That was actually pretty... I actually enjoyed that as far as the writing was concerned and seeing the symmetry there. It actually was kind of neat.
Are you guys all right?
We're just fine, considering.
How about you, Duck?
We've all been through it.
Yes, we have.
What's the plan?
Hang tight, I suppose. Seems pretty dangerous out there, so we ought to wait for things to clear up.
You said your family was from here in Macon?
That's right.
Where are they? Should we go looking for them?
See, I can be honest now.
They own this place. They pulled some bodies out of the office before we got here.
Why couldn't I tell anybody before? And why can't I tell Doug or Carly? Why can't I justify going out to get the keys because, hey, that's my brother out there?
You got a second?
Sure.
Back on Herschel's farm.
Yeah.
And of course, I try to
We didn't even try to save
comfort
that blood.
try to comfort Kenny here because it wasn't his fault.
It happened pretty
I can understand that survivor's guilt, that feeling of this kid died, I should have done something, I should have intervened, you know, and feeling that guilt. That is a very realistic thing. So
You think you do what
trying to help him understand that and trying to, you know, I'm glad that they put that in there. You know, that made it feel a little bit more real. And I think that's part of what like makes the characters in season 1 feel so real is because they deal with things, especially early on, that like a lot of us can really relate to in our own lives. They're still at the beginning of things, you know, and we haven't been through some of the stuff they've been through, but it's easy to kind of connect with those characters. And when you show that depth, when you show situations like Kenny dealing with, or having trouble dealing with Sean and what happened with that situation, that's really cool that they included that.